What in the world? This guy's back? Saiyan MGTOW here with over 9,000 opinions. Welcome to the video. It's been a minute. My friend let me know, and I had seen something about it, that John Oliver made an episode about Ron Desantis. My friend asked if I had seen it. I said no because it's probably filled with lies, and I said I might make a YouTube video about it. So here we are. Just like my previous John Oliver videos about policing and George Floyd riots, I will be playing the episode and I will be pausing and commenting when I feel like it. Here we go. First of all, I do like Ron DeSantis. I want him to be president. But I'm sure there are things I don't like about him. Like, he might be against weed legalization, for instance, and he's probably too religious for my liking as well. But he's banned revisionist world history in Florida schools that said white people are evil racists who invented slavery and black people built America. He banned talking to kindergartners through third graders about their sexuality and their sexual identity in Florida schools. He's stood up to Disney and their not-so-secret gay agenda and trans agenda, and he's banned sexual performances for children, drag show family fun nights. He was a leader in standing up against the COVID madness. He is a leader in standing up to manipulative and dishonest media members and organizations. I think he has a good head on his shoulders and wants what's best for America. He signed that bill about Florida never going along with the central bank digital currency. I think he lost my place. I think he is actually anti-globalist. He is actually willing to listen to opposing arguments and consider them. He seems like he's willing to admit when he's wrong. He seems hardworking. And I think he seems to be filled with common sense, even if he's too religious. Okay, here we go. What does John Oliver want to say about DeSantis? Let's listen.
We're actually going to start with our main story tonight, which concerns Ron DeSantis, business Fred Flintstone. DeSantis has been all over the news this week, as he is seemingly every week. He appointed his political backers to a new Disney oversight board. He released a new book, The Courage to Be Free. And by the way, I have a little gift for our studio audience. Look under your seats. The gift is, it isn't there. You don't have to read it. You're welcome. And he also...
It's so telling that these people don't want to do the research themselves. They could read DeSantis' book, then they would know where he stands on what. But they don't want to get their hands dirty. They don't want to expose themselves to conservative notions. They want TV personalities to spoon-feed them what they think. Now, yes, I listen to political personalities as well. I have people I believe pretty much every time. But sometimes I do some dirty work. People are talking about a video that happened. Then I'll go find that video. I'm willing to write and research this presentation. Something that John has a whole team of people doing. And as you're about to see, it's dishonest.
Now this eye-catching video.
Florida has proved positive that we, the people, are not destined for failure.
DeSantis wins. He has made a promise, and he's making good on the promise.
Florida is leading the nation. The climb is a choice. Success is attainable. And freedom is worth fighting for.
Wow, there is a lot there, but Florida's proof that we the people are not destined for failure? I don't know about that, Ron. Last year alone in Florida, a man tried to steal a crossbow by stuffing it down his pants. A woman instigated a police chase so she could cross getting arrested off her bucket list. And a man was charged with battery for throwing a hot dog at a police officer. We the people may not be destined for failure, but a lot of the individuals down there sure do seem drawn to...
In Florida, they have a so-called sunshine law, where if you throw a hot dog at a police officer, he will log all the specifics and upload the report to the open public internet immediately after the incident. Other states don't do that. So that's why Florida man stories are so big, because specific and timely information is available. Also, there's a lot of drinking and other reasons for Florida stories, like crazy wildlife and rowdy old folks. Moving on.
This all feels like part of a coordinated rollout of Desantis' inevitable presidential campaign, because even though he hasn't yet officially announced he's running, he's already many conservatives' favourite candidate. After his landslide re-election as governor last November, the New York Post proclaimed him the future, which is, depressing. And he received this
The only funny joke.
from Carrie Lake.
The only funny
I'll tell you
joke
what
in
he's
this.
got. I don't know if you heard of this, but he's got BDE. Anybody know what that means? Ask your kids about it later. I call it Big Desantis energy.
Okay, that is obviously terrible, but just to be clear, if you don't know what BDE is, please don't ask your kids about it later. In fact, for the sake of those kids, I'll just tell you right now, it stands for Big Dick Energy. A kind of easy magnetic confidence that doesn't necessarily mean you have a large penis, or indeed a penis at all. It's just the energy associated. A list of those with BDE would include Bryan Cranston, Christine Baranski, the Pixar lamp, Charles Darwin, and Snoopy. Does that make sense? Please come to me and not your kids if you need any...
Yeah. Yeah, that was creepy and weird for Carrie Lake to say that. John gets 1 point, and Carrie Lake loses a couple points, but then John loses his point for bringing Snoopy and Charles Darwin into this. Republicans are the party of not sexualizing kids. That's what the Democrats and the global pedo secret societies are pushing. Come on, Carrie Lake. Don't talk about size of sexual parts with children, even if they are your kids, unless there is a good medical reason or something. Anyways.
Penis-related slang explained in the future. Look, it is worth noting, in general, you can't predict much about a presidential race 20 months out. Previous early frontrunners include Jeb Bush, the late Jeb Bush? I don't know. It's unclear. Howard Dean and Rudy Giuliani, who is currently wandering around Central Park covered in $1,000 dressing and screaming about election fraud to pigeons. And DeSantis is eventually likely to have to go up against Donald Trump.
I googled Rudy Giuliani Thousand Island dressing because I was seeing if that was an inside joke or a reference to something, but it seems like John is just actually not that funny at all. Or not trying that hard, or trying too hard. In 1998, the TV commentator Joke Man would say, Rudy Giuliani screaming about election fraud to pigeons. But John says, Rudy Giuliani covered in Thousand Island dressing, screaming about election frauds to pigeons. It's very nuanced. Okay, but for real, the 2020 election was clearly stolen from DJT. Clearly. Be sure to tune in for the next video. Saiyan MGTOW here with over 9,000 thank yous for watching the video.